Welcome to TIVC's Mood Meter Explainer. In this video, we'll provide you tips for how to use your mood meter, a reflection tool for fostering self-awareness and understanding of your emotions. The mood meter is based on neuroscience research, which found that our emotions are created by two neural pathways in our brains: valence, or pleasure and displeasure, and alertness, or high and low energy. These two axes intersect, creating four quadrants: high energy unpleasant, high energy pleasant, low energy pleasant, and low energy unpleasant. Our emotions can be categorized by where they are placed on the pleasant to unpleasant axis and the high to low energy axis. For example, the highest energy, most unpleasant emotion is enraged. This emotion is at the very top of the energy and unpleasant axes, so it is the most extreme emotion in this quadrant. Imagine being enraged for a moment. Most people experience being enraged as being literally agitated within their body. It can be physically exhausting to be enraged. It's also highly unpleasant, so most people will try to avoid situations, experiences, and people that cause them to feel enraged. In contrast, the highest energy, most pleasant emotion is ecstatic. This emotion is at the very top of the energy and pleasant axes, so it is the most extreme emotion in this quadrant. Similar to enraged, ecstasy is an extreme emotion, but this time that high energy experience is pleasant. Next, we move to the low energy axis with serene. Serene is just as pleasant as ecstasy, but it's experienced differently in our bodies. It's lower energy. When we imagine someone who is serene, they physically look calmer than someone who is ecstatic. Finally, our last quadrant is low energy emotions that are unpleasant, like despair. Similar to serene, despair is experienced in the body as low energy, but that experience is unpleasant. You can imagine the similarity between serene and despair in terms of energy, and the difference is how pleasant or welcome the feelings are. Taking these four quadrants across these two axes, researchers have plotted common feelings based on how we experience them, called a mood meter. Here is the mood meter. It is split into four quadrants: high energy unpleasant, high energy pleasant, low energy pleasant, and low energy unpleasant. Within each quadrant, 25 emotions are plotted along the unpleasant to pleasant x-axis and the high to low energy y-axis. We have provided you with a copy of this mood meter for your own use. There are a few ways you can use this mood meter. One way to build your awareness of your emotions and how you experience and respond to them is to write in a self-reflection journal about your emotions. Commit to writing in your journal at a certain frequency or a certain number of times, choosing one emotion for each entry. Reflect. How did your body experience the emotion? How did your emotion impact your interaction with others or the situation? Was the emotion productive or was it distracting? Another way to use the mood meter is to use it to help you identify the specific emotion you're experiencing in the moment. By identifying your specific emotion, you can build your understanding of its place on the energy and pleasantness axis. This identification builds your emotion vocabulary and self-awareness, helping you be more aware of and better understand your emotions in the future. One final way to use the mood meter is to check in on your mood at the start of each day. Write down your mood, then track your mood over a week or a month, seeing if you can find any patterns. Do you tend to start the day in a high energy, unpleasant state? Or a low energy, unpleasant state? If you notice these types of patterns, you can think about ways to adjust your routine to better regulate your emotions in the morning and start the day off in a more pleasant emotional state.
TIVC, helping people work better together.